I think they did a great job choosing that actor. I forget the guy's name, but he's a phenomenal actor. I watched him in a few movies. What is his name? And he's gonna be his son. He's not gonna be T'Challa. David
They
Johnson.
already lined that up, bro. Like
Yeah.
they could pretty much. We knew that was going to happen, and a
Yeah,
lot
it's
of
like,
people.
and people trying to spin it like, oh well, Shuri never really, she didn't really have a chance to be the main Black
You
Panther.
read the
Like,
fucking comic. She didn't either.
like
Fuck.
I don't think Marvel's done with her. At least I hope not, because I mean,
Bro, she's gonna be her own character, dog.
I do agree that Marvel seems to have, and when I say Marvel, I mean Disney seems to have an issue with Black characters, because them canceling Wonder Man was some bullshit, man. Like, I think I've watched like 3 or 4 episodes of Wonder Man, and that shit is great. And now we'll never know what happens. Like, he's in Doomsday and probably Secret Wars, but I'm just like, come on, man. And then Marshall Ali came out and said that he's basically walked away from Blade, and people's like, oh well, why did you wait so long? Because he was under contract, and he's not anymore. He said I'm not under contract anymore, so I'm done. Why would he say anything before that? So he
Cause that shit holding him up from other gigs, bro. Y'all don't understand.
Yeah.
And dude is in hot command too, by the way.
Yeah.
He's in high command. Like, he's been that dude. Like, ever since he played what's his face. Like, he's been.
We're not getting a
pretty
Blade
much
movie. People just need to let it. I've accepted it. We're not getting a Blade movie, and I'm okay with it. Whatever. I mean, I'm not okay with it. I've just accepted it for what it is. Blade's. We might get a cameo from some other person, but a standalone movie, that shit's over with, bro. It's over.
Hey man, just enjoy the fruits of our past, bro.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's done with.
Hey, bro, just the first time I'm actually going to promote living in nostalgia, bro, because hey, just go watch the old Blade, bro. Remember the times that we had, bro. People don't remember. Blade was before everything.
Yeah, just the
Blade
first two though. Don't watch the third one. The third one's terrible.
You don't like Mario Golf?
It was just too fucking hokey, man. It was too silly.
It was too campy.
Yeah, there you go. It was too fucking campy. They had fucking Triple H in it. Like,
I had my, my industry buzzword list here, bro. Yeah.
Yo, what's up, Weenie? How you doing today, man?
Ween dog.
I'm accepting it for what it is, man. Like, it's fine.
Rain dog. We got Ween dog. We got Rain dog in the house. I'm happy to see y'all, man. I'm happy to fucking be here. It's been a long week.
Yeah.
Yet another fucking long week.
Been definitely a week, man. But we got 2 fun topics to talk about today.
Juicy.
Gonna have some fun, and then we'll play some video games after, as usual.
Oh, we got Moonlight early.
Moondog, what's up? Yo,
Moondog, everybody. This the dog pound. Everybody getting a dog.
Dog pound.
Yeah, we the dog pound today.
But welcome in, everybody. Thank y'all for hanging out today. We appreciate y'all for being here, and we're gonna get started in just a moment. Is one of the topics how Darius is switching to M&K on Siege today? No, it's not. You guys have been on this agenda for a long time now, man. I gotta get used to playing Siege. There's a lot more buttons than there is in Resident Evil 8. That's a totally different thing. I'm not letting y'all boost my head up, man. Nice try though. The Ring doorbell did try to identify me as someone missing doggo. Teacher. That's actually pretty funny. Moonlight. Yo, how is Teacher Bro doing? Before we get started, man, is he feeling better? I hope so. I hope he is doing better.
Yeah. We all are, Rain. We all are on controller. Weenie is the only demon out here.
Yeah, he's doing so much better. That's great to hear. I'm glad he's much better. Sending some prayers his way, man.
Wait, what's going on with him?
He was in the hospital for a little bit last week.
What the fuck? What happened?
Yeah, I saw it on their Instagram. I don't know exactly what happened. If you don't have
to. Yeah, you don't have to say it in the chat. You could message me if you want, Moonlight, on Instagram. But yeah, I didn't see that. I hope everything's all good with Teacher Bro. Yeah. Hope everything's well.
We don't need him stressing before he starts back teaching. So I hope he's good.
Definitely don't need that. Shout out to the teachers too.
Yeah.
God damn. Shout out to the teachers. It's always gonna be shout out to the teachers and the servicemen in this motherfucker, man. Y'all got a tough job, dog.
Yeah. Shout out to you guys, man. All right, let's get started recording. Hello. Welcome to episode 278 of the Super Weapon Podcast, most overpowered podcast on the internet. It's your boy Darius the Artist, and as always, got my co-host DC here with me today.
It's your boy DC, aka the #1 Yerp demon across the galaxy, baby.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the nickname is it sticks, bro. I'm here with it. At first I was fighting it. I said, don't you goddamn call me that. But now I've learned to accept it. It's in me.
Oh, that's a fun
little
RP
man.
joke. Oh goodness.
Yeah, it's a little GTA RP joke that went on way too long, but I am super pumped and excited to be here today. Been looking forward to podding since last night. Took a little time off work because I had some emergency.
Mental health is definitely
mental health is
important.
real, man. Hey, man, if you feel like killing someone, you just don't. Okay, don't do it.
Please, don't commit crimes at all.
Actually, I'm saying that being extreme, but what I really mean to say is, if you need to take a breather, step away. Don't make rash decisions, is what I'm trying to say, that can affect your life when you could just take a break, breathe, exhale, and then come back to the problem. I promise you will handle it so much different once you step outside of your rage. You know, You can't let the rage get you in fucking trouble. And, I'm not saying that I was like, at my job or anything about to go crazy. No, nothing like that. But the thing is, sometimes you just got to know when to take that little break for yourself, man. You got to know when to just reel it in a little bit, man. Don't let the world drive you crazy. But with all that being said, we're going to have an amazing show today. I see that we got our favorite people in the house. Oh, look at my camera.
Yes.
Zooming in again. I love it.
See, the camera's even excited to talk today.
Yeah, the camera.
We got some cool topics to talk about today. I thought it was going to be a slow week, and I had a backup plan. But luckily, we got two pretty cool topics to talk about today. First thing we're going to get into is EA, Electronic Sports. So as of July 30th, the buyout has been confirmed. So EA will be going private. This is something we covered a few months ago. EA had a literal mountain of debt that they probably couldn't overcome legally. So their option was to sell themselves to a private investment fund and another small holding partner in the U.S. The private investment fund is from the Saudi Arabia, you can say, and for a while now, for the last couple of years, I would honestly say probably close to a decade, the Saudis have been very interested in extending their global reach, not just in gaming, but in F1, golf. But they've definitely been, esports as well. Rain, like they've definitely been heavily investing literal billions of dollars into gaming specifically. So this is pretty interesting from a couple of points, and I'm more so interested to talk about how this is going to affect EA from a franchise standpoint, because as we know, EA has been a company that, in my opinion, outside of just a few franchises, hasn't been doing super well, with their game, with their game releases in general. I mean, you could say Battlefield now, because Battlefield 6 sold incredibly well for them last year, even though they just had layoffs from the Battlefield team and the CEO got a bonus, which is insane. But mainly like their tentpole franchises. I'm talking about. I was gonna say FIFA, but it's called FC now, Madden, Apex, Need for Speed, if you want to throw that in there, as well as Mass Effect. This to me kind of signals that EA is probably going to be hunkering down on the things that make them money as they come into new ownership, and they've already come out and said that, hey, we're not going to change. Structurally everything's going to be the same. But a lot of analysts, like I said, are predicting that they're gonna just be kind of concentrating on those franchises, and we may not see a lot of new IP coming from them in the immediate to medium future, which is kind of unfortunate. But this just kind of highlights once again a lot of the bigger problems in the gaming industry, where a lot of money is being lost, studios are being closed. You know, not to mention the amount of layoffs that we've seen over the last 5 years in particular. But this is definitely an interesting thing to look at. I know you're not really big into, or at least I assume you're not really big into a lot of their franchises. But you know, I'm a very casual Madden player. You know, franchise. I don't play online. You know, I just really like playing franchise. 'Cause I'm a big football fan myself, and I'm hoping that we at some point get some news about Mass Effect 5. I just don't see it happening. I hope Mass Effect 5 doesn't get canceled. It would make me very sad, but you know, what do you kind of think about this, you know, them going private, you know, where they could end up as far as, you know, their major franchises? Do you think we could see a lot of change from how they develop games in general?
A lot of change from how they develop games. It's like you like looked at my notes, like you kind of just shared my screen, looked at my notes. One of the biggest things that I got from this situation is the fact that I'm thinking about this from a creative standpoint, right? Because when you go back to being private, it eliminates the investor, so to speak. There's no more like that extra layer of people to answer to. You know what I'm saying? So my biggest concern is, does this give them back or give them a little bit more room to be creative?
Yeah.
Because since you don't have people breathing down your back about numbers and we need to make this, we need to make that. I mean, obviously that's still going to be there in a way, you know what I'm saying? Because people don't acquire you to not make money, right? But my thing is, I'm really looking at, I'm being optimistic about it, even though it's EA, and that's strange for me because usually I'm on EA's ass about everything. But hopefully this is a good thing. I really hope that since they have that extra layer off of their back now, that it will free up some space for them to be a little bit more creative and not, you know, so micro transaction heavy as EA tends to be with all their franchises, because they're used to making money hand over fist. Let's be clear there. We both got relatives and stuff who heavily invested in like Madden, you know, all the microtransactions that come with Madden and pretty much all the sports games with like the Ultimate Team and stuff, and buying all these card packs, and you know what I'm saying? So I know that's not going to go anywhere, but a
Yeah.
little piece of optimism in me is hoping that with that little bit of freedom that that the devs and everyone is getting, that we do see a IP outside of the norm. Now, I know right now with everybody like taking hits, losing money, layoffs, whatever, a lot of companies right now are focusing on, hey, we got to focus on what's working and we don't really want to focus on anything else right now. And that kind of sucks, but that's just where we at in the industry right now. You're going to see that across the board. So I'm not going to just throw that like at EA or throw it in their face like, oh, they just want to focus on Madden because it makes money. Well, right now, guys, all these studios are focusing on what they deem to be their money makers. You know what I'm saying? So I've never been optimistic about anything EA in my life, but I choose to be optimistic right now. Hopefully when the great reset happens and, you know, things are starting to go back on an upswing, that maybe with this new version of EA, I would love to get something new from them that it's kind of out of their wheelhouse, so to speak. So that's where I'm at with it, man. I really hope that, oh God, because it could be worse, right? On the opposite end of that, they could really hone in on like microtransactions and stuff. Like, hey, look, y'all are big breadwinner, bro. We need y'all to do what y'all do. So only time will tell, man. Only time will tell.
And that's the thing that kind of worries me. Because a point to note that even though they are going to be private, and I think this finalizes this like in a few days. August 4th is what I read. EA still technically in debt. They reduced a lot of their debt, obviously, with this acquisition, but they're still in debt to JP Morgan to the tune of $20 billion. And, speaking of like their football franchises, college football 27 recently released mid-July. And there was a lot of pushback from the community due to the amount of microtransactions within the game and how progression worked in like their dynasty mode and their I forget what the creative player mode is called. Things like Superstar or something. I can't remember. Road to Glory, that's what it is. To the point where if you wanted to like level up your coach or the player you were playing, you would have to spend like significant capital to get the rewards or the updates the upgrades, that were there in 26. They've since started the removal process of a lot of that from what I've seen, but that kind of paints a picture for me, at least from some of their bigger franchises, that they will obviously continue to have microtransactions. Now, I'm not totally out on them in that regard. I would love to see, like you said, a delicate balance of maybe having some of their studios, because they have like 20 studios under their umbrella. And I just looked it up, and I would love to see them allow some of their studios be a little bit more creative outside of obviously the tentpole franchises. Like, of course, you're going to get Madden every year. You're going to get Sims is obviously a moneymaker for them. Apex Legends, I have my own opinions on, which aren't good. But it's still kind of considered, in my opinion, I would still consider it a pillar franchise for them currently. But I would love to see them at least like loosen the reins a little bit on some of the development and let a studio like BioWare come back to the forefront, especially with their story history and their franchises. Like we mentioned Mass Effect, like we haven't really gotten any news from Mass Effect 5. And if I'm a betting man, I feel like BioWare is probably feeling a ton of pressure, especially with the failure of Dragon Age from 2 years ago and how that was received by the industry and how, it just kind of flopped as it came out, especially, with all the development troubles that Dragon Age had. They were making a multiplayer game, then it wasn't. And, all these decisions just kind of fell flat for them. And I hope that they don't start further consolidation. That's the thing I'm worried about most is, maybe they'll look at some of their studios. They're like, these studios are helping us clear this debt, or they're pulling in a certain amount of revenue per quarter. But BioWare, you guys are, running a little long in the tooth with Mass Effect 5, or, it just kind of scares me a little bit from that point of view. But I hope that we will get some new stuff from EA. I mean, as we know, like new IPs, I think are essential to the game industry. Something that we don't really see a lot from AAA publishers and developers. They kind of stick to their guns. I think we're going to get more of that throughout the industry as a whole, where a lot of these studios continue to place their big bets on established or well-known IP. But I'm trying to be a little bit more hopeful, I guess is the best way to put it. Because I mean, at least I will say this much about the Saudi hosted, the private investment fund that's been investing a lot in esports and gaming. Like they seem to be treating their investments well, or those studios or initiatives that they've been working on seem to work out really well. Like they understand that they shouldn't come in and do like a complete teardown of culture or process. And maybe like you said, this will, now that EA doesn't have to report earnings and stuff to Wall Street anymore, maybe this will take some of that pressure off of them. At least is what I'm hoping, you know. And I mean, like I said, like EA, yeah, we could talk about EA Sports and like all the tournaments they host with Madden. Apex is still a very popular game, especially from the esports front. Like the esports World Cup is going on right now, so I feel like that maybe the Saudis would have even more vested interest in Apex. You know, they maybe try to host more tournaments. You know, ALGS is still a very big thing for them. So, you know, we'll see kind of what happens on that front, but I'm very curious about that, as well as Battlefield, honestly. Because Battlefield, honestly, I would say Battlefield's back. I would say that. I don't think we'll get yearly releases like Call of Duty. I hope we don't anyway with Battlefield. But it's good that, in my opinion, that Battlefield's back kind of put some pressure on Call of Duty to be better. Because if I remember, I think Battlefield outsold Call of Duty last year, which is pretty telling. You know how FPS fans are looking at like those big franchises and where they kind of want to play their games. But it's definitely going to be interesting to see. Like we'll kind of see where some of these. I don't expect things like I said, the Sims, you know, the sports games and things like that to change much, if at all. Because people just love spending money on Sims. Like, like it's crazy how much money and how big that is. We in chat says, I hope they get what they deserve. Those devs are the people they chose to make their game and to be faced with their legacy, to be the face of their legacy. Now look at them covered in eggs. That's very true. That is very true, man. Like you have to kind of believe in the talent that you have hired and hope that they know what they're doing and what their communities and players want. I agree with that 100%. It's very, man. Very, very interesting. But yeah, I just wanted to report and talk about EA. We'll kind of see what happens down the pipeline. You know, probably won't see any front-facing changes, obviously. I would imagine that maybe some of the executive team might get shifted around. Andrew Wilson is still the CEO. He's been the CEO for quite some time at EA. So it's definitely going to be interesting. And one little nugget I thought was interesting, too, in this whole thing. If you guys don't know what Affinity Partners is, it's another investment group. It was founded by Jared Kushner. And if you guys don't know who Jared Kushner is, he is Donald Trump's son-in-law. So that probably held up some of the process for various political reasons that I will not get into on the podcast. But that just kind of made me smile when I read that. I was like, oh, now it makes sense. Now things are starting to make a little sense here. So, but they only own like 1.1% of EA. So nothing notable there outside of who is the founding person of that investment fund. But it sounds like rotten eggs. Yeah, it definitely could be rotten eggs, but I guess time will tell. But now we're going to talk about something actually fun that I'm actually very, 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 very excited to talk about. That I was not expecting to get. You said what?
He's extremely giddy.
I am. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to lie. They got me with this. So we had a Gears of War multiplayer reveal Thursday, if I remember right. It was a 12-minute video showing us what to expect from Gears of War E-Day when it releases October the 6th. And we got to look at the multiplayer modes, the new Horde Siege mode, as well as PvP. And it's been a long time since I've been excited for a Gears game, man. And this shit really like took it over the top for me. So the first thing like that they were talking about was the PvP evolution of Horde, which is now called Horde Siege. And I think my favorite thing from this is that now it's going to be, instead of just 4 players versus 50 waves, you have 3 4-player squads. So you have 12-player PvE co-op, which is fucking incredible. So each squad is going to have their own objectives as they kind of move through the map. And there will be like cross events that you might run into the other squad to assist them with things that they're, you know, that they have to do, that they have to fight. And this is just like, I'm excited for this, man. Before I even jump into all the nitty gritty stuff, man, I want to hear your thoughts about.
Wait, that's the multiplayer?
Yeah. Horde mode is the multiplayer mode, yes.
Oh, yeah. I remember now. Yeah. I wasn't super big on Horde mode, I'm not going to lie, in Gears. But everybody I know, literally everybody I know is like, you know, super excited about it, and they've played it before. They played a lot of it.
Yes.
Where I sit with Gears, I've stated this before. I loved the trilogy. I didn't care too much about how the trilogy ended.
Yep.
The ending was a little lackluster, but as a whole, I've been a big fan of the trilogy. I've played it multiple times. Gears has introduced like part of the reason why we got kind of like that cover system that we have today. Gears kind of like, I wouldn't say they were the first, but they kind of hammered it in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the big, just bulky characters, that kind of design, the background, the atmosphere, you know what I'm saying? It's Gearsy. Like Gears has its own look and feel. That's one of the things I've always respected about the franchise.
Yeah.
Is the way that it really has its own identity. You know what I'm saying? If think about it, like what game would you say is similar to Gears? You know what I'm saying? As far as the look and the feel of the game. When your character, one of the things I love the most about Gears is this is so simple, right? I love fucking running in Gears. I love the way it feels, the clunkiness. I love that camera view that they give you, that action view. It's one of my biggest things to do in Gears. I know it sounds crazy, but little stuff like that has been able to like give Gears its own identity. And I want them to like build on that. I didn't too much care for Gears 4. I didn't too much care. Yeah, I was about to get there too. But not to say they were bad, but I feel like it was a little like diluted. Like they was like, yo, it felt like a money grab. It felt like a money grab. And I was just like, we didn't need this because y'all ended the story well. Maybe a prequel. I'm not mad at that, you know, but I feel like they put a nice little cap on that story. And then it was just like, oh, well, let's throw these two parts in here. And it wasn't, if you're going to do that, at least be innovative, right? I don't think 4 or 5 did anything for the franchise to kind of push it forward. But I'm looking at this and I'm like, we get a taste just by looking at from what we've seen so far. I feel like it's giving us a little bit of nostalgia, but we may see mechanics in the game that's going to give us a slight boost to something new. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you make a prequel, it's really, really kind of hard. Video game prequels are freaking hard to do because, for example, you know, you have the Lancer, right? The main weapon. And then it's like, if you go back to a prequel, was that always around? Like, you got to kind of like line stuff up to make it make sense. And then if the Lancer is supposed to be some advanced weapon, what did they have before? So you got to kind of like dumb the character down, so to speak. And some people have a hard time adjusting to that. Main example of that would be Halo. Like Halo, to make a prequel and kind of go back and step away from certain mechanics and weapons that you're used to using, it made it feel kind of weird. But I think Gears are good. I think they're gonna knock this out of the park, man. Gears is gonna be, I'm saying it right now, Gears is gonna be a big win for Xbox. Now, will it be enough? Will it be enough? We know the answer to that, but I just want Gears to win on its own merit. I feel like it's unfair to throw all of this on their back. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, if this doesn't sell, Xbox is doomed, blah, blah, blah. I just want Gears to win on their own accord because there's nothing they can do right now to really get to put a dent in what the fuck Xbox is going on. And I hate that for that franchise, bro, because Gears is just, they've been there, bro. Like Gears has been there. I don't think it's fair to put all that pressure on their backs, but I will be there day one with you. I'm going to get it. I think, is it day one on Game Pass?
Yeah, I believe so. I think it's Game
I'm
Pass
definitely there.
Ultimate. Yeah. Well, I'm assuming the PC Game Pass gets it as well. I mean, those are good points, man. I totally agree with you. Like we've talked about this before, especially with Gears being exclusive to PC and Xbox. You know, the onus is on this game to be more than good. I'm gonna say I think all the signs are pointing to Gears being more than good, but will that outweigh the Xbox tax, and how is that going to affect people's overall impression of the brand itself? Like, I think Gears has always had a very strong brand, especially since the 360 days. You know, I kind of look at it like a foundational IP for Xbox, and if they can pull this back to the forefront for people, especially after, I honestly, like, Gears 5 is probably my least favorite of the franchise, not because of the gameplay but because of the story. And you know, I'm gonna stick by this. I've said this before. I feel like Gears, like Coalition, didn't really know what to do with the story after 5, so they took a break from it to go back to E-Day, which is cool. Like, we get to see a younger Marcus, younger Ty, a younger Dom, which is, you know, very, very cool in my opinion. And we get to see, you know, one of the major cities and just how devastating the Locust Horde was when they first showed up. You know, I think the story's going to be good. I think my favorite thing from this reveal, and just in general with the new Gears, is how well the sound is. Like, this game sounds so fucking incredible. Like, everything from the guns to the enemies, like, the sound design in this is, it's a step above from what they've done before. And that's saying a lot, because I've always thought Gears had a very unique sound to it. And Horde mode, like I said, this is definitely sold me. Like, the amount of stuff that they've put into Horde is going to be really cool. Like, the first thing that they announced was there's going to be 4 classes to choose from. You're going to have assault class, a breacher class, marksman, and a healer, which is really cool. So, you know, each person can kind of choose how they want to play in these missions. And you can also customize the classes, because I believe there's 30 levels for each class to level up, and you get different perks, different abilities. And for the first time ever, they're adding weapon customization in Gears, which is actually pretty fucking cool. So you can put a bayonet on a Nasher shotgun. You can, you know, just really kind of customize how you really want to play this game, which I think I'm surprised they haven't done this before, now that I think about it, because really Gears has very iconic weapons. And like you mentioned, like, there was never, like, each game has its own era of weapons and how they kind of progress through the war with the Locust. So it's going to be a pretty delicate balance on how they introduce. I think this was a good way for them to introduce quote unquote new weapons without breaking lore too much, you know, because you know, there's a lot of people that truly do care about that. But I'm so fucking excited for this. Like, there's different I think there's 2 or 3 different types of Horde modes. Like when you jump in, there's certain objectives that you have to complete. You get in-game rewards while you're playing Horde. So this is definitely going to be cool, man. Like, the one thing, and to answer your question, Moonlight, I'm not really sure if, I don't know if there's going to be like 12 player matchmaking. That would be super cool from a community standpoint around here, obviously. But maybe there is a way that maybe there will be custom games where we could do that. I hope that we get that option as well.
Moonlight.
You know, I think that would be pretty cool. I know that, Moonlight, you know, for some people, like the average person, it'd probably be hard for somebody to get 11 friends together to play. But, you know, if this is done right, I feel like Gears will have pretty lasting staying power. You know, they've already announced that they're doing like seasonal updates and stuff. Like, there's going to be new Horde classes, new maps, as well as for the PvP stuff as well. This is going to be pretty cool. Hello, hi, I'm Chakram. Thank you for stopping by. Once again, guys, if you're listening to the audio version of the podcast, we record this live every Saturday on twitch.tv/DariusTheArtist. So please come hang out with us and talk about this.
That's my RP bestie.
Oh, okay. Chakram, yeah. I had to. It took me a second. I had to pause for a second, but yeah, man. Now we can talk about like the PvP stuff. So I'll say this, man.
No, hold on. Before you get into that, so Moonlight, you saying you playing Gears, or are you playing with us, Moonlight?
100%.
Are you and Teacher Bro playing with us? A little Horde mode?
I would love that. That would be super cool, man.
You can answer that later.
But yeah, like let's talk about the PvP for Gears. This has always been something that I've never been super interested in playing. Like I respect people who are good at Gears PvP, man. This is some shit that I couldn't wrap my head around. The wall bouncing and stuff. You know, I understand it.
The booty bouncing.
You know, you tooting off the walls. I know that's a real big thing for people. And Gears had a pretty big esports scene back in the day. Now, if you guys are interested in like people shit talking, in my opinion, Gears has some of the most intense like trash talk in tournaments. Like people are coming to blows damn near playing Gears, man. I don't know what it is about Gears to just bring that out of people, but
everybody think they Marcus, bro.
Everybody, yeah, maybe it's just like the setting of the game, the music, I don't know.
The dank smell.
Yeah, like, but I've watched a couple of, I guess, notable people who are, I guess, pretty big in the Gears community. I've watched a few of their reactions to the PvP and stuff, and they're pretty excited about this. So it's going to launch with 4 core modes across 6 maps. So you're going to have Team Deathmatch, Conquest, which is like King of the Hill, Demolition, which is like a bomb plant and defuse. It's not search and destroy for people who are saying that. I've seen a lot of people saying it's not search and destroy. And something called Crucible, where you're carrying like this gigantic power core around, and it's kind of like if you guys have ever played Oddball in Halo, where you're carrying the skull and you get points. That's essentially what Crucible is. And there's going to be 6 maps from the start, and they were saying that, you know, once again, that post-launch they're going to have a lot of support for both the PvE and the PvP mode. So I'm sure a lot of PvP fans are excited about that. They're talking about bringing back some well-liked and classic maps, which is cool. But yeah, shout out to all my PvP guys. I know a lot of people are super excited about this.
Weenie, you know, PvP demons.
I would honestly love to see them bring back Gears esports in some form or fashion. They didn't say anything obviously during this multiplayer reveal, but I'm sure that we'll get some sort of community tournaments and stuff. Like I said, a lot of the PvP guys from the Gears community they got a chance to actually play it, and they seem like they're pretty high on it. So this, you know, once again, Xbox could do something cool here, right? Like Sony is investing in esports. You know, they have Street Fighter and Marvel Tokon coming out. I would love to see Xbox get involved with esports, man. Like I would love to see them actually do that, and not like they did with Halo, where they basically just abandoned it. And that's
That's probably the stupidest shit they ever did.
Halo Infinite is actually a good PvP game. It's actually really good, but it doesn't matter because nobody plays it.
Really good.
Yeah, like it's fucking phenomenal. But cool thing to note too for people who want to actually check this out. So if you pre-order Gears, you get early access to a closed beta from August 6th to the 10th. And there will be a fully open beta August 13th through the 17th before the October 6th launch date. So, of course, 100%, the boys are going to be there, man. We definitely going to be checking that shit out. Like I said, like I was having trouble choosing between this and Star Wars Galactic Racer, but I'm playing the shit day one. Like, Star Wars is going to have to wait. I ain't even going to lie to y'all, man. Like, I'm definitely...
You was really hyped about that game, too.
I mean, I still am. I'm not gonna lie, but you know, like Gears is like one of them ones for me, man. Like this is just
you're a gearhead.
Ooh, okay,
definitely a gearhead. Title of the podcast. Look. I'm telling you, it just falls out of the sky.
You so stupid, man. One thing to note, one final thing as well. They talked about there will be no pay to win. There is no battle pass. I'm so fucking happy that finally no more battle passes. I'm tired. Every game I play has a battle pass in it. Like, I don't need any more battle passes. There's going to be some microtransactions, but it's mostly going to be like character skins, gun skins. They're doing a cool collab with Metallica, which is cool. Like, they showed it in this multiplayer reveal. The guns that are blue with the lightning on them and stuff. They're calling it Ride the Lightning, obviously, from one of Metallica's songs, which is really fucking cool. So, like I said, man, like this, I was already going to play Gears, but this really solidified it for me, man. So, you know, I'm thankful that Xbox didn't abandon Gears, man. I'm excited for this. And please let us know what your thoughts are, because I would love to hear from the community if you guys are planning on playing this. We would love to have people to play with, obviously. This is probably going to be a big community game for a while when it launches. So, yeah, we're all tired of battle passes.
You hear that? You
Tired
hear
of.
that shit, Siege? You hear that shit, you
Oh
son of a
man.
bitch?
Oh,
We're
Siege going on
counting your
vacation.
days.
Yeah, Siege going on
Yeah,
vacation, bro. I'm just go ahead and
we're
tell y'all that
count
right
your
now.
fucking days, Siege. Count your fucking days. You're almost out of here.
Siege about to hit a nice little vacation when this come out. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, chat. So y'all might as well get ready for that.
Oh, you don't like picking up corrupted pieces for your gun in Apex? Oh, sorry.
Nah, see, okay, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
There's no, It's not. That's not in
Hey,
their
no, 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 no,
their
no, no, no.
DNA
Can I get
rain.
an ISO?
Like we're
Can I get an
not. They're
ISO
not gonna
real
do
quick?
that, man.
I need to get ISO real quick. Hey, Tori, how about you play games with your fucking friends? How about that?
Oof.
Yeah, okay. Okay, you can go ahead, bro. Go ahead and finish.
Yeah, I mean, Tori, hey, it's gonna be on Xbox and PC, man. That's all I'm gonna say. So if you can, hey, just go on Facebook Marketplace, get you a Series X, man. There's plenty of them there. They're much cheaper than going and paying what is it like $800 for one now, which is fucking insane.
Shit, why you playing? Yeah, yeah, shit's crazy right
Yeah,
now. He might.
just get you a second hand Series X, man. Like it's better that way. But yeah, that's Gears of War, guys. Like I said, check out the open beta, August 6th through the 10th, and if you pre-order, and then the open beta is the 13th through the 17th. So your boys will definitely be there, man. We will definitely be there, 100%. Yeah, but everyone's tired
I'm
of
gonna
battle
be
passes.
there.
Moonlight. That's 100% true. We all
Well,
are.
yeah, Moonlight, just ignore it. Like, and then speaking of battle passes and Siege got the dumbest battle pass I ever fucking seen in my life. I don't know what's going on with that Monopoly board.
I just wish Siege would not have gone free to play. That's just my opinion. I know.
Damn, Siege free to play?
Yeah, you can download. You don't have to pay to play Siege anymore. But because of that, they've added a bunch of microtransactions. I hate it. I hate it. I hate everything about it, man. I'm tired of microtransactions. I'm tired of I'm sick of it. Just let me buy the game and play the game. I don't want anything else. So
yeah. Yeah. Because to download a game just to buy a Loba skin and then uninstall it, it's probably the stupidest thing I've ever did in my fucking life.
We might need to get you into a intervention or
But
something.
Loba's fire now. I want to play it, but I don't.
Nah, go ahead, man. Go ahead and make yourself upset. Like I said, you're gonna get ran down on by an invisible bloodhound team, and
and Wheelie, you got Wheelie, Bloodhound, you got a whole bunch of bullshit going on in Apex right now.
Shout out to my Apex players who still play, man, because I can't do it anymore. But but yeah, I think that's a good place to rapper and dapper, man. Thank you guys for hanging out for episode 278 of the podcast. Thank you to everybody who showed up in chat. Shout out to our new person in chat. No need to put you on the spot or nothing, Chakram, but appreciate you for stopping by. Shout out to everybody who continues to stop by and show up every time we do these episodes, whether you stop by for a minute, an hour, once or twice, man. We appreciate every single viewer we get, because this is why we do this. We like talking about video games. This is something that we do on the regular anyway. And once again, if you guys are audio listeners, we record this podcast every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/there's the Your boy has been streaming again, Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm not just I'm not just a Saturday streamer anymore. Coming back kind of part-time. New job has allowed me to have a little bit more work-life balance, so come hang out with us. It's usually in the evenings. Right now, we're playing through Resident Evil 8. That's been I know this. I know the community has been having fun watching that shit, watching me lose my mind. But we've been having fun over here, man. So make sure you guys come hang out with your boy. Twitch.tv/there's the artist. That's all I got. DC.
Well, since the spotlight is on me, yeah. First of all, go check out my boy. Stop playing with him. All right. If you don't get over there, no cookie crumbs for you tonight. Damn it. So go lock in, hit that follow button, do all that good shit. Tell a friend. Come on. If you like discussing video games and having a lot of nerd talk, bring a friend. Bring that ass on into the church of gaming. All right. Sit down. Pass that collection plate around. Even though we don't ask for subs, we don't ask for bits, we don't ask for shit. We just want your company. We like to have good chat about shit that makes us happy, and that happens to be video games. So we definitely appreciate any time you tap in, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever the case may be, we love all our little misfits here. Even you, Rain, even you. You're kind of growing on me like fungus, you know? But yeah, I'm always going to give you shit, Rain. Just take it. But yeah, we appreciate everybody. Tori, it's good to see you, man. I'm going to need you to get up out that fucking coal mine, that cobalt mine, and come visit your boy or something, you son of a bitch. And special shout out to our clip queen, man. We don't give enough love to Moonlight, man. She's always clipping shit up for us.
Moonlight.
With our gaming moments, you know what I'm saying? I'm just taking time to appreciate people today because I feel good today because I took off work yesterday, damn it. And I'm thinking about doing it again. Matter of fact, I might make this shit a trend. A motherfucker gonna get fired.
Hey, chat, use that PTO when you have it, man. It's there for a reason.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But that's all I got, man. I don't know if we're playing Siege today.
Yes.
We're playing Siege. I've been off of Siege, but I've been kind of playing in the demon hours. I'm hands a little sweaty here because I've been playing with randoms and they've been pissing me off. But we'll see where it takes us. If it pisses us off, there's always Resident Evil or other options, right?
Yes, always other options. All right, thank you guys for hanging out. That's the end of the audio version. If you guys are in chat, stick around because we will be playing some games today. See you next time. Peace.